crafters, Amy here, and in today's video I'm going to make 10 cards in 20 minutes. So wish me luck, okay? So to start, I'm just going to show you, this is the card that I used for my design. I made this earlier in the day with this gorgeous stencil from A Colorful Life Designs called Torn Paper Christmas Tree. And I thought, hey, I really like this clean and simple design, and it's single layer, it'll be easy to ship. Thinking to myself, I want to make a bunch of these for my holiday cards this year. So I grab a stack of pre-made A2 size card bases. I grab my Paradise Found Catherine Pooler mini inks and my Cottontail blending brushes and this prior monthly card kit from Hero Arts for my sentiment, and I decide I'm gonna see how many I can make real quick. So we'll see how long it takes me to make 10 of these. I'm just kind of loading up my MISTI in advance with this stamp that I'm going to use that says Merry Christmas, and I'm just using my original card as like a template because I know that I'm going to put the stencil down in the same area because I like the composition. And so I'm just going to lay my stamp right on top of where I stamped it before and leave that in the MISTI so that when I get to that part, I'll have it ready to go and ready to stamp on all my card bases. So I'm going to do the ink blending directly on the card bases. They're all single layer. They won't have bulk for shipping, but I'm just kind of preparing as much of this as I can to see how quickly I can make these 10 cards. And I know it's going to go quick, but honestly, when I was making it, I had no idea exactly how long it was going to take. So I'm setting out my colors here. I have Sauna, Green Tea, Eucalyptus, Juniper Mist, and Daydream. And I have my stencil, I have my blending brushes, and kind of getting the ones that I need for the color families, getting everything set out. And take a breath, and I'm going to start the timer. So this first card that I'm making, I'm actually going to do in real time for you so you can see how long it actually takes me to ink blend. It's still very quick. These juicy ink pads, I swear they make all the difference. If you've never worked with Catherine Pooler ink pads before, they're extremely juicy and saturated and pigmented, so it makes blending a dream. If you have a drier ink pad, then you might struggle to do this as quickly as I am here, but because there's so much ink in these pads, it really makes it super quick to get through these. So I'm just working through the colors the same way I did with my prototype card that I made earlier in the day. I have the two different colors of green. Started with the Sauna at the top and then into the teal and navy at the bottom. Again, I'm just doing this first card real time, but after this I will speed it up, and I do actually cut some of them out of the middle because y'all don't need to see me do this 10 times. I think you get the idea, but I did want to show you at least one of them in real time so you knew realistically how long it actually takes. But you can see at this point I'm at, what, about a minute and 15 seconds, and I'm almost done with this first card already, other than the stamping. So it's about, averages out to about 2 minutes a card. I mean, can't beat that, right? So you may feel bad and think that, that beauty means, laborious effort and taking hours on a card. And sure, I would absolutely love to do that for all my loved ones that I send these cards to, but let's be real. Ain't nobody got time for that. So I have no problem kind of creating a beautiful card that's still clean and simple. I mean, to me, this is still beautiful. This would still bring a smile to my face if I received it in the mail. So I'm hoping the recipients that receive my cards will feel the same way. So don't feel like you have to make it overly complicated and, tons of layers and bling and things like that. Really, if you have a beautiful stencil like this and some gorgeous colors to lay down, I mean, don't overthink it. Just enjoy it. Don't let the process of making holiday cards make you want to pull your hair out. This may be an option, maybe for some of them, maybe go that extra mile on some of them for your closest people, but for other cards, why not? Do something simple like this. Now here I'm on card number 10, so I'm slowing it down again. I'm at, looks like about 15.5 minutes at this point. Still I'm rushing along a little bit, but I'm not really feeling the pressure yet. So I'm kind of working through this last card, laying down the colors. The only drawback here with that lighter and darker green is that I think normally if I was just making one card, I would start with the lighter green and then move on to the dark. But because the dark is already in the brush, then I have to push a little bit harder to really show the difference in the two greens. So that's the only drawback of batching like this. But honestly, I don't think it matters enough to warrant not doing it this way, because it's such a time saver. And as you can see, I'm, 16 some minutes in, and I've got my 10th card that I'm finishing up here. So for the sake of time, it's definitely worth it. And like I said, I'm pleased with this layout, this design. So yeah. Okay, we're gonna finish up card number 10 here, and then kind of tempted to clean things up, but honestly I don't want to spend the time because I'm still on the clock. So I move these card bases aside, get my Wendy Vecchi station tool out of the way, and then I end up using the eucalyptus green. That's the color that I stamped the sentiment with. So I'm going to pull out my MISTI here, and sorry it's a little bit off the screen on the bottom. I wanted to make sure you saw the timer. But I'm just going to load it right into that bottom corner of my MISTI just to make sure that it's lined up properly. And then I just stamp that eucalyptus ink. That way it matches the image. And these ink pads are great for stamping sentiments. They're great for watercoloring because they're water reactive. They're great for ink blending. So I'm very happy to have these in my crafty arsenal. And this particular collection is just totally my jam. These earthy, rich, deep colors, I just love them. So here I'm speeding up just this final stretch here, showing you getting through the 10 cards. Kind of getting dangerously close to 20 minutes here, so I'm starting to feel a little bit of pressure, especially when I get into like minute 19 here like I am, and I'm super close, and I'm like, oh man, now I really want to get it done in about 20 minutes. So I'm hustling here, guys. You can see I'm stamping, and I think my ink pad is finally getting a little bit dry. I might have to use my re-inker on it, but see, I'm right after 20 minutes. I think I'm on the last card here. And stop. 20 minutes, 39 seconds. So 20 minutes, 39 seconds, and I made 10 single layer Christmas cards. So are you going to give this a try? Bust out a stencil, or better yet, check out the collection at A Colorful Life Designs, and don't forget my coupon. And create yourself some holiday cards. Batch it up. So let me know in the comments. Will you give it a try? I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some tips and tricks to, make this process of making holiday cards a little bit less stressful and more fun, hopefully. So if you did enjoy the video, please hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate you watching. Thanks again. Have a great day. Bye.